All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And as you can see right here, man, Netmarble has sent me the APK, the test server, the beta, if you will, for update 6.5 of Marvel Future Fight. Now, let me go ahead and say this. This is a APK. This is a test server. This is not available to everyone yet. If everything stays on track, it should be released next Tuesday, rolling into Wednesday. However, everything you see in this APK and everything I say in regards to it is subject to change when the official release happens next week. However, if this update comes to the game like this, a lot of people are going to be very, very happy. But then those same people might actually want to quit the game in that exact same update. It's painful to say, right? But that's just how I feel that this update is going to interact with the player base. So because this is the very first video I'm making on the APK, I do want to address somebody from Netmarble because they're probably going to watch the very first video at least, because I do spam videos, so maybe they don't watch them all. If this update is going to be released as is, you are going to lose a lot of money. You are going to lose a lot of players. I'm talking people who spend thousands of dollars on the game may quit entirely, or they may scale back their spending to just enough to enjoy the game and nothing else. You're going to lose a lot of people who support you, and this is not a good look. This is something I've said several times before. It feels as though there's two different teams working on the game. Actually, three different teams even. Right? We have the sneak peek team that does a fantastic job hyping up these updates. Right? Then we have a development team that works on designing how these characters look and then how their skills interact with the game. Right? And then we have another team, a shadow team that's working in the background, and their entire purpose is just to destroy the game. Like, that's literally how I feel. I feel like you guys are sending out conflicting messages, right? What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about a new system, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be coming in this update if everything stays the way it is, right? Let me ask you, how many of you guys have thousands of dollars to spend on Marvel Future Fight? I'm waiting. I'm gonna bet not very many of you guys, especially not how the world is right now. So tell me why somebody on the dev team thought that this was a good idea. Now you may look at the CTP of energy here and you're like, wait, why is it like glowing? And why does it say forged? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they've taken the CTPs to the next level. Yes, you're already having a hard enough time just getting a CTP. You have to gamble thousands of dollars, thousands of crystals to get a CTP. But here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. All of the older CTPs, with the exception of the CTP of Rage, because that's already really OP, and I believe the CTP of Insight as well, you don't get to forge it, right? Guess what? You can now take these CTPs to a new level. And the way how you do it is rather interesting. Now you're looking at, you can tell this is not my own account because look at how many CTPs I have. Check this out. So to reforge your CTP, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is sacrifice another CTP, right? Then here's the kicker. You also need to use these new materials that you can get from World Boss. But when you do this, there is a chance for your CTP to fail. What you just saw was a failed CTP. Now the CTP gets better because it's been forged, but that's not what we are after, because there is a higher level to these CTPs. I'm gonna keep rolling this and you're gonna keep seeing Reforged failed. And I just want you guys to take a look at how many CTPs I'm going to go through, right? Because this is yet another cash grab, another RNG BS system that they've created to milk their player base for more money. And this upsets me. right? Look how many CTPs I am literally wasting right now, right? Who in the game has this many CTPs to waste? You may think, okay, why is this guy doing this, right? Because we're trying to get this to succeed, right? Still failed. Okay, let's take it to the next level. Since one CTP is not enough, we're just gonna stack it with as many CTPs as we possibly can. He can't fail, right? Failed again. You can see how this can get pretty out of control very, very easily, because even when we're using the maximum amount of CTPs we can possibly use, it's only 7%. Super success rate is 7%, and that's what we were after. I'm not even going to count how many CTPs we're going through, but I have now used up all the CTP, well, almost all of the CTPs of energy that they've given to me. And I've yet to get this thing to succeed. Oh, I can't use... Oh, no, I can. It's just not allowing me. I'm just going to use the rages then. Am I out of materials? Wow, I ran out of materials before I even... Oh, right. I'm an idiot. I have to use one of the same... I have to use the exact same CTPs. Right, and then I can use other ones. So I need at least one of the same kind, and then I can use other ones. Can we just get... Wow. So this is even worse than I thought, right? Because you can't even use the exact... Bro, this is how I know this is a cash grab. Because not only do you need to get the CTP, you need to roll the substats, right? Actually, I guess now you don't need to roll these substats because they don't even matter anymore, because the new stats are probably going to be way better. But you need to get as many CTPs of energy or refinement or regen or whatever it is that you need. And then you need to use one every time with a bunch of other CTPs and then try to reforge it until it succeeds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you mean to tell me that we actually cannot get this thing to succeed? So I can... You know what? This is perfect. This is actually perfect, because this... If anybody watching this can tell me that this is a good system and this is something good coming to the game, bro, how many game modes give you CTPs, and how often do you get them? We get one random CTP a month. Look how many CTPs I've used so far on this thing, and I've failed every single time. And I'm going for the maximum amount of things that you can put in there to try and get it to succeed, right? Because there is a higher level. Oh my gosh. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Whoever the hell thought this was a good idea, man. Now, this is the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. You saw how difficult that was for me to try and get my CTP to successfully level up, right? We got a forged CTP, but forge is what you get when you fail. There's such a thing as a radiant CTP. I've seen it myself. Multiple star agents were successful in getting it to level up. I was not one of them. But just keep in mind that the luck you saw here could very well be you after you spend thousands of dollars getting a bunch of CTPs just for them to be thrown down the drain for you to get one CTP that failed. But on top of that very system, which I think is an abomination that shouldn't come to the live server, we have this new card system. And it kind of reminds me of Grand Cross with the Super Awakening system, right? And check me out. You can now get some pretty insane stats. So before, you only had these 6 stats down here. All attack, cooldown, ignore defense. You can get physical attack there. You can get attack speed, etc. Right? You can get recovery rate. You can get whatever. But now, on top of all that, you can get 6 more stats because you can add stars to your cards. You can take it from gold stars to actually being green stars, blue stars, or red stars, right? And these red stars, when you get enough of them, give you additional bonuses. So you can see 3 of these red stars will give you 2% concentration. 6 of them will give you 5%. Or the blue stars, 3 of them will give you additional pierce. We'll talk about what that is in a second. And if you want to get resistance, you can get 4% or 10% resistance by turning all of the stars to green. You see, that would be cool if it wasn't completely RNG in terms of what color star you get. And on top of that, let me show you how this system works. So you go in here to your own cards, right? You pick up a premium card, right? Because these things, you can't take a trash card to the next level. You got to spend money, right? We'll get really lucky in World Boss Ultimate, whichever one. But you got to spend money because you're going to need a whole heap of premium cards. You're going to need to be on a dev account, like on your own account. Or you're going to anyways. You're going to need an unlimited, like, freaking credit card. So basically, how you get your stars for these comic cards now is you sacrifice 6-star premium cards, right? So for the first level, all you need is a couple random mythic cards. No problem. Anybody can do that. Boom, just like that, we have a green star. But then what about the future levels? Well, now you actually cannot proceed any further until you sacrifice a premium card. Now, it does not have to be the exact same premium card. It just has to be a premium card. Man, I don't know where these people think people are going to get money from for this system, but they don't really care where you're getting the money from as long as it's coming to them, right? I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100, right? Then you do that, and you have a 1 in 3 chance, a 33% chance of getting whatever color star it is. Cool. The next level, guess what? You need 2 premium cards, right? And then whatever random 6-star cards. Then you shuffle again. And guess what? This time you got a green. You're lucky, chap. Then we go in. You need 3 premium cards. And then 2 random cards. You see how this gets better and better, right? And that's sarcasm for those of you guys too young to understand it. Okay? This is not good. This is very much so bad. Now we just sacrificed 4 premium cards. Cool. We were actually very lucky so far anyways. But then we come to the end. Now we have all premium cards that you need to get the final star. And are we going to get lucky once again? Winner, winner, chicken dinner? No such luck. So how do we change these stars to line up with what we want? Because if now we have, what is that? 4 green stars, we might as well make this card all resistance, right? So what we do here is we hit combine. And then we go craft combine. And here you need to use gold. And you also need to use these new materials, which I'll show you where to get them probably in a future video, because you're probably losing your mind already, because so am I. And so was I when I seen this. So what you want to do here is actually choose the stars that you want to keep. So you want to keep that. You want to keep that, you want to keep that, and you want to keep that. So what you do here is now you have to pay money. You have to pay crystals. So we've now locked the first stat, the third stat, the fourth stat, fifth stat. And what's going to happen here is we now have to tap, select, yes. It doesn't end with you just getting the stars. You need to use more premium cards, okay? More premium cards. And you need to pay crystals over here if you want to keep the colors. Then we shuffle the die and see what happens. Oh, we were lucky enough. The gods blessed us and we got another green star. So what we do now is we lock that bad boy in. Then, for the last one, it's 500, by the way, right? So, we have to shuffle again. We pay another premium card, we pay 500 crystals, and we shuffle away. And what happens? Red star. Okay, well, we have to keep going now because it's all green. We need everything to match up so we get the 10%, right? So we go here, we do this, and we shuffle the die once again. Another red star. You love this system. I love RNG. It's my favorite thing about the game. And what's even better, when I'm using premium items that I spent money for, at least I'm never going to get these stars. I'll tell you that. Not on my account. Not unless they start giving out a premium card every single day. You must be out your mind. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm literally burning through crystals and premium cards. It takes thousands of crystals. In the Shield Lab, they sell one of these premium cards for 6,000 crystals. That means they think one of these cards are worth 6,000 crystals, right? Then on top of that, you need to spend 500 crystals to try and lock in the stats. So after I don't even know how many premium cards, right? And how much crystals, we finally now have the perfect card. But what about the stats down here? What about these stats? Oh, don't worry. You can always come back to them and you can roll. And you know how we always wanted the ability to lock these stats down here? That's actually not bad, right? But the quality is trash, right? You still can't lock the stats down here, not to my knowledge at least, right? You can lock the card. You could always do that, right? Well, you can't lock these stats down here. They're still RNG. So even after you go through all of that, there is still more work to be done to this card. You love it, right? You love this system, right? Comment down below and tell me how much you love this system, right? You have to spend thousands of crystals to get comic cards, whether it's from the Shield Lab. Do they even have this thing ranked up? Oh, they didn't even craft it because this account is like at level 8, right? Anyways, you have to spend thousands of dollars. By the way, there's a new agent deal. I'll show it to you guys in another video. But you basically are getting screwed. Like, we are all getting shafted. The card chest is not even in the game here. But it will be. Don't worry. You don't have to panic. How are you gonna get your premium cards? Don't worry. They're gonna make sure it's in the game, so you can spend a lot of money and you can get premium cards from here. You know, by the way, there's no pity on premium cards in the live server. I don't know if there's gonna be in the next update. So you could spend 20, 30, 40, 50,000 crystals getting some premium cards. Then now to get these superstars for your premium cards, you're gonna need to sacrifice all of those extra premium cards that you had in your inventory, right? They must have heard that people were getting lucky and there were actually finally free-to-play players out there that have 5 premium cards equipped. They're like, we can't have that. We need to separate the free-to-play from the whales. We need to separate the dolphin from the omega whales, right? They need to separate the people like me from the people like, I guess, that are just starting the game. Man, this shit is whack. Like, I know I'm trying to like do this in like a lighthearted, like funny, like joking manner, but I actually just want to rip somebody's face off. Yeah, I know, savage, right? But like, honestly, guys, what were they thinking? Like, they're playing on a dev account, right? But at the exact same time, in the game, they value one of these premium cards at 6,000 crystals. They make them very hard to get. So how do they expect? Well, I know how they expect. But like, logically, how are me and you supposed to have the means to get all the cards that we need to fully awaken this? Very simple. Rob a bank. By the way, don't do that, okay? Don't get yourself killed or end up in jail to play a freaking mobile game, okay? Don't. But at the end of the day, long story short, okay, this tab over here is going to become very difficult because there's going to be people out there, there always is, right, that spend all the money they need to get all the stars and get them all the right color to get exactly what they need, right? Timeline battle is going to get harder. Danger Room is going to get more competitive. Alliance battle is going to get more competitive. AT is going to get more. Conquest is going to get more. Squad battle is going to get more. World boss, Null is in the game now. In the live stream, they said Null was super difficult, right? So if you want to clear like a high stage against Null, you might need these stats from your cards. Because if you look at this card, these cards that I have on, look at the stats, bro. We have 11% attack speed, 8% crit rate, 11% critical damage. That's not much. But we have 84% all attack, 50% physical attack, and 54% energy attack. That is mental. That is actually, that's like double or triple what some of you guys have. That's like double or triple what I have. Like, what do you mean? Like, these stars are gonna like completely annihilate. Yo, you're gonna get crushed in PvP, especially if you play this game competitively. The one like plus to any of this is that older CTPs can be like upgraded to where newer CTPs like the Rage are. But to get there is so bloody expensive, they would need to give out like 5 CTPs a day for this to be worth it. For you to get one of these like what's it called? Radiant CTPs, because none of these are actually successfully upgraded. All of these are actually just lesser CTPs because they've been forged. You sacrificed a regular CTP into it, so now it glows a little bit and it gives you some better stats. You can see right there when using a skill, fully charged, blah, 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 blah. Like when you're moving, you get extra damage and all that stuff. It's cool to see these trash CTPs get upgraded, right? Energy was still pretty good, but it's nice to see that energy is getting a buff as well. But the sacrifice you need to make, bro. And the worst part about all of this is, guys, all of these that you see are glowing, that look all cool to you, they're failures. The stats on the ones that are successful, bro, I've seen up to like 50% like crit rate and crit damage and like 50% ignore dodge and some crazy shit. It's nuts. It's nuts. You guys are insane. These guys are actually insane, guys. Do they show the stats in here anymore? No, they don't, because these are just regular. Like, these CTPs now, they don't mean nothing besides the rage and the insight, probably. Like, because... Oh, man, I'm ranting. This video's been too long. Guys, we'll talk about some fun stuff in the next video, I promise. I just wanted to share my initial reaction and how a lot of you guys are going to feel. Now, right away, a lot of you guys are going to be, like, screaming, like, boycott, the game is over, the game is ruined, da-da-da-da-da. Let me say this. You can scale back how much you play the game. You can scale back how much money you spend on the game. And you can just enjoy what you can enjoy from it. And then you can move on to another game. It's completely up to you, right? Screaming at these guys and doing all that wild stuff, I don't know if that's going to get us anywhere, because I've been seeing people spam ABX rewards. I'm not in an alliance right now, so I can't check the rewards, but I'm almost willing to bet the life that is not even mine to bet that no improvement has been made to ABX rewards, but they're finding new ways to make money. And one of the only things that we've been asking for is, can we get 2 obelisk slot, please, so we can stop having to remove CTPs from characters? No, that would save you money. No, take it off every time you want to use a different CTP. Pay money, right? Oh, you wanted the ability to lock stats? Forget all that. Just add more stars and give us more money for premium cards to use, right? It is absolutely nuts. Did somebody make an alliance? I believe so. I'll apply. Okay, I joined. Nice. Cool. So, guys, we're actually just going to wrap this thing up right here. You let me know how you're feeling about this. This is just a first impression. Obviously, I don't fully comprehend the system yet. But to be honest, I don't want to. I realistically don't want to, because I don't want it in the game. I don't. Like, I've spent thousands of dollars on the game. And if you go on my account right now, search me in game, right? The Undying Beast. Not trying to flex. I don't even have 5 premium cards equipped. Not because I don't have 5 premium cards. It's just because it takes so long and so many cards to roll them properly that adding this on top of that, where you need to sacrifice premium cards, it's just too much. There's other things in the game that they need to focus on, that they're not focusing on, because this is money. This is it. This makes them money. They can tap into the top 5% that want to compete in PvP and just squeeze them for every dollar they have in the middle of a pandemic. You guys are heartless. I'm gone.